Alrighty, here we go, Duelist Kingdom action, and in this one we're going to have Mako Tsunami taking on PaniK. And I will share some news with everyone. This day, which is Wednesday, will be the last of the sort of me live recording as I'm watching the other guys play. For the next couple of weeks, maybe even close to the month as well, what we're going to do is we're going to pre-record the duels and then I'll watch them back and record them by myself. I won't know the results, so it'd still be like I'm recording it live, but I may not be able to name drop everyone. So what we're trying to do is get about a month or so ahead on production. Reason being, as we see White Dolphin played for Mako's starting opening, what it will allow me to do is to get the GX series. It will allow me to do Duke Devlin series, all those other sorts of series. I'll be able to do them a lot earlier because at the rate that we're going, Duelist Kingdom and Battle City won't be finished until it'll be close to the end of the year. It's actually, when we've actually put it into the timeline, it's really, really long. So we need to, in order to keep things fresh, I feel like pre-recording might be a way to go. So we're going to trial it for a couple of weeks and make sure that the quality is still there. That means I might be able to be a bit more analytic during the games, as we see Seeking Dragon destroy Job Change Mirror. And I also want to travel to a little seaside town that is 9 hours away from Perth. So it will be, or pretty much impossible, to live record a Yu-Gi-Oh game while I'm in Esperance. And all the towns in between. I'm planning to do a little WA tour this year with my 1991 Camry, the old reliable that just doesn't break. As we see, Frenzied Panda, after a Dark Hole, took out Seeking Dragon. There's Boulder Tortoise for Mako. He's got High Tide Gyojin, which is a 1650. It's a good counter-attack card. So yes, I will still be able to. I'll still be able to engage with everyone in the comments, of course, as well on a daily basis. But it just means I might not be able to call out names as often as I was doing. As we see, a face-down defense from PaniK and Yellow Luster Shield. Good card, Yellow Luster Shield. All defense by 300 on PaniK's side of the field. All right, there is Negate Attack. Menaces has been selected to come to the field. So PaniK better hope he has a good defense card because he'll be flushing some points if he doesn't. And oh, Fire Reaper. Only a weak defense there, so 1650 off PaniK now. He'll be down to 5900. So Mako in lead on life points now. Okay, Ryukushin powered 1600. And the Sword of Dark Destruction, that will put Ryukushin powered up to 2000. So that's above High Tide Gyojin and Menaces. Mako does have Negate Attack. Oh, and he's decided to activate it. Mako does have a few equipped cards that could put High Tide above. He does have, does Steel Shell work on Aqua? I think that's water. Anyway, Mako doesn't draw them, he's just drawn Psychic Kappa. And Boulder Tortoise has come to the field. High Tide Gyojin to defense. And that which feeds on life has come to the field. It's a 1200, so not the strongest card in the game by any means, but maybe enough to get some field clearance if PaniK decides to go for it. Oh, and he hasn't. Okay, so he's put that which feeds on life on the field, but he hasn't gone for the attack. Might be waiting for Ryukushin power to make that attack. PaniK would have seen that it was a tributed face down, so he would be assuming defense, I would see from here, and he doesn't want to get too low on points. Alrighty, Psychic Kappa destroyed by Ryukushin powered. Oh, was that a misclick? It could have been. He may have meant to go for that with May have meant to attack the other face down. Either way, Mako has passed his turn. He hasn't really got anything to counter with. He's got Power of Kaishin now. And PaniK with a face down defense. And now to the battle phase where he's... And there he is. It is a Boulder Tortoise. So PaniK now knows what the face down card is. He does have a fissure, so he can remove Boulder Tortoise if he draws that fissure. Otherwise, Mako, you can't rely on that defense forever. There's a Diankido, the Cura Master. And straight to the end phase. So Mako is now banking on Boulder Tortoise to keep up the defense. If PaniK draws a Dark Energy, or I don't think he really has any other equipped cards other than Sword of Dark Destruction and Dark Energy. Strongest monster he has is Ushi Oni. In the anime, yes, it was King of Yami Makai. But PaniK's just keen to hang back and set his field here. There's a D-Spell from Mako. And he plays that straight up and he goes for the Sword of Dark Destruction. So that eliminates the possibility of PaniK equipping a Dark Energy to Ryukushin Powered. So Boulder Tortoise has another element of safety here. There's Soul Eater, which has just destroyed itself and that which feeds on life. So PaniK's monster is destroyed, as well as Mako's throwaway of Soul Eater. Okay, face down defense from PaniK. Oh, and speaking of the Devil of Fissure, oh, he's thought about it. He's had that move in his hand for a little while. Power of Kaishin has just been equipped to Boulder Tortoise. Armored Starfish comes down. It's a risky move from Mako, but because PaniK does have a face down, but it appears to be a bluff card. So Ryukushin Powered is destroyed. Boulder Tortoise at 1750. And there we go, meter bat. Oh, and it's Ushi Oni. Great counterplay from Mako here. Ushi Oni was, you could fuse that in Duelists, no, not Duelists, Forbidden Memories. Ancient Jar with Pot the Trick, or Mystic Lamp with Ancient Jar or Pot the Trick would fuse together Ushi Oni. As Mako has lost Boulder Tortoise, but he has got the 30,000 Year White Turtle. So Mako did use a fissure to get rid of Ushi Oni, and it's lucky he had that too, because Ushi Oni was about to dominate the field. Mako's 2100 defense wouldn't have done it. There's Dark Titan of Terror. And PaniK would have seen the tributed face down, but he's gone for the attack. He'll flush 600 points. PaniK too does have fissure, so Mako's cards being face up is of benefit to PaniK. Mako though has drawn the giant red sea snake, an 1800 attacker at only 4 stars. And oh, and PaniK has flipped up a trap hole, so he's protecting his Dark Titan of Terror. So I know I'm bumping my mic every now and then. I hope it's not too bothersome for people, but I need to move it out the way of my mouth if I need a drink. Oh, there's Umi from Mako. It's a handy card. That will boost his defense by another 200. So both players more or less just stalemating with each other for the moment. There's another face down defense from PaniK. Ooh, 7 Tools of the Bandit. That's a very handy card for Mako. And he does have a Spiked Seadra. That would get to 1800, but he's Opting to keep the safety of his defense on the field, being at 2300, PaniK has just tributed and gone with another face down. What could that be? Metal Guardian could also be Reaper of the Cards, perhaps, as well. There's menaces, which is a 5-star 1400, 1600. That's a very costly card. menaces. Oh, and there it is. It was a Reaper of the Cards. And, oh dear, Mako is going to lose 7 Tools of the Bandit. That's a very handy card. I mean, PaniK has already used Trap Hole. He does have, I think he does have reinforcements and castle walls and stuff like that. There's Turtle Oath. Well, if Mako can hold out until he draws Crab Turtle, that could change the directory of this match. Because Crab Turtle would be at 2750, I think, with Umi on the field. There's Magic Jammer. That is a great card for Mako right now because that will block any Dark Hole or a Fissure attempt from PaniK. Unknowing to him. What does he go with here? Straight to his end phase. He's got 6 cards in hand. Oh, and there's Steel Shell. So yes, a water monster will be increased by 400. Although he's got a 2430 defense in the form of Reaper of the Cards on the field, so it's going to be tough to get that off. If you're just going for physical attacks, he likely... Oh, and there's Polymerization. Okay, so a fusion between Ryukushin and Visago the Destroyer, which is a substitute fusion effect. And Barox has come to the field, one of PaniK's anime monsters, 2030 defense. And Fiend Kraken. I always really like Fiend Kraken. I thought he should be a little bit stronger than what he... He's a big squid with big tentacles. He should be stronger. You know, I always thought Kiryushin should have been a little bit stronger too, but... Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a weird game, as Dark Titan of Terror went for the attack, but Fiend Kraken gets to 1600 on defense with the effect of Umi. There's Polymerization for Mako. He hasn't drawn Bottom Dweller or Tongyo yet. They would fuse together to make Deep Sea Shark, which is a 1900, would be 2100 with Umi on the field. As Dark Titan of Terror goes to defense. And, oh, Monster Reborn. What's in the graveyard for Mako? Oh, Seeking Dragon is an option. And he has gone for it, so... And as you see, Seeking Dragon does have a big shell on it, so Steel Shell is a very fitting card for Seeking Dragon. Alright, there we go, Steel Shell is played, so Seeking Dragon is going to be at 2600. And PaniK's defense isn't going to be able to hold up against that. And there we go, Reaper of the Cards has been on the field for a long time. It is finally destroyed. Same with 30,000 Year White Turtle. A long stay on the field for this duel. It's been a 44 turn match. Both players are just absolutely stalemating here. As Jellyfish, that's a 1200, 1500. Alright, Spike Seadra is now coming to the field. Speaking of Seadra, Seadra was so good as a solo run in Gen 1. Very, very good. Alright, there goes Dark Titan of Terror. And, oh, Castle of Dark Illusions was on the field as well. So that's another 24. That was a 2430 that's gone. And PaniK is starting to run out of defenders. Once again, a face down defense from PaniK. I reckon he might be running out of options, as there is Boneheimer. Mako still also has to draw Terra King Salmon as well, and Crab Turtle, so Mako has more attacking options on the way. So you would say that Mako is well in control. Oh, there's Sangan. I don't know how much that will be able to do for PaniK though. I think he's already lost. He's already lost his main defenders. As we see Metal Guardian was just pulled. Oh, and King Fog. So PaniK unable to keep his defenders on the field to try and get that Metal Guardian down. Alright, PaniK having a bit of a think. He's got 7 cards in his hand. And he's had to go down with a face down defense, and it looks like PaniK might be starting to get to his towards the end game here. And oh, there's Crab Turtle. So Mako has plenty of monsters in his hand that he can chuck away for Crab Turtle. He does so with Flying Fish and Menaces, probably the 2 best cards that you can tribute given their stars and their attack. That's 2550, gets to 2750, and Crab Turtle will just about do it, you would say. 30,000 Year White Turtle. I wonder if you could make a turtle deck. A Catapult Turtle, 30,000 Year White Turtle, Crab Turtle, Turtle Raccoon. Isn't there one called Gaia Turtle as well? Or Gora Turtle? Something like that. I know, I'll just put Turtle in the search in the game. Maybe sometime I can make a turtle deck. As PaniK has, unless he can block, he is defeated in a 49 turn first round. It was an absolute marathon of a match. It was a good one too. Both players defending like chess pros until Mako finally broke through, so we'll go from PaniK's perspective this time. Thunder King Ryo. You know, Thunders, they were like an underutilized type. Thunders were very rare early on. In fact, you almost would forget that Thunder was even a type. Okay, Mako wins the rock, paper, scissors. He elects to go first. There is Dark Titan of Terror, Lord of Zamaya, and Fire Reaper. He does have a Dark Hole, but that's not a fantastic hand for PaniK, as Mako has started off with Umi and Crazy Fish. That's an 1800 combo. And the Shadow who controls the Dark. So PaniK holds the Dark Hole just for now. He's played Fire Reaper. And oh, 7 coloured fish. 2,000 points on the field for Mako already. That is a fantastic starting hand. To have Umi in those 2 cards. Crazy Fish goes in for an attack now, 1800 off PaniK. I don't think he's got much choice. He's probably going to have to play his Dark Hole here. Oh, there's Castle of Dark Illusions. Down it goes. So Castle of Dark Illusions might be able to save PaniK defensively here. And okay, no, he chooses to go with the Lord of Zamaya. Tries to get some life points off of Mako. So Mako will be down to 6,700. So 500 point lead for Mako. And it is now currently his turn. 4 cards in hand. And oh, great white. Mako has drawn his higher hitting 4-star monsters along with Umi. And oh, and he's just played a Monster Reborn, so he's going to bring back the 7-coloured fish, it would seem. That'll get to 2,000, and PaniK is in big trouble. Mako has drawn beautiful cards. He is defeating PaniK's entities of evil and fiends with a sea full of fish. Now, the Castle of Dark Illusions would defend against the Great White, but not against the 7-coloured fish right now. And it's looking very dicey for PaniK. You could say that he is beginning to panic as we see Yugioh come to the field. And Mako not taking any chances. He goes with the 7-coloured fish. Castle of Dark Illusions is gone. Great White in for the attack, followed by Yugioh. PaniK down to 350 life points, and he will need a miracle. He's already used Dark Hole. I don't think there's any possible way. Oh, yummy. That would have been handy a turn ago to play with Castle of Dark Illusions, but it is not to be for PaniK in this one. And he is beaten. This match is done. Mako will pick this up on the next turn. So we saw a really good first match. A really good first match. But the second match has been a whitewash. As we see Yugioh has been taken off for Kyrioshin. Seven-coloured fish does the job. And Kyrioshin, as you see, takes out the rest of PaniK's life points. He is done. Mako picks up the win, and let's see who is playing next. Okay, Battle City, we have got Joey and Strings is coming up in Battle City, so that should, in theory, be an okay match. In Duelist Kingdom, we have got there's Mako and PaniK, so Mako defeated PaniK. We have got Mai going up against Bandit Keith. That also should be a good match. So hopefully that's who we do. Currently, Kaiba is on top, followed closely by Mai. So, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. As I did say, a lot of these from here are going to be pre-recorded, but I will still engage with all of you in the comments, so leave them all for me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks everyone for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.